It is good. I had to bring it back one time for y'all because I'm in that type of a mood, although the content tomorrow is not great. But I had to bring it back one time because I have some good energy for us today. Tomorrow, the players were making magic happen whenever they stepped on the floor. Abracadabra, what in the magician? Drops tomorrow in my team. Pick up new players for your squad, including Galaxy Opal Vince Carter, Galaxy Opal Dwight Howard, Pink Diamond Hedo Turkoglu, Dikembe Mutombo, Eddie Jones, as well as Michael Red. These are the cards we know that are coming to the game tomorrow. So let's take a brief look at these 6 cards, as well as what is this Abracadabra set truly going to look like in my team. So here's the situation. We see 4 pink diamonds as well as 2 galaxy opals guaranteed for tomorrow. Now, all of the pink diamonds that are coming tomorrow are 96 overalls, and again, the galaxy opals are obviously Vince Carter, Dwight Howard, and so that's what we do know is coming. So let's break it down, starting with the pink diamonds that we know for sure are coming tomorrow. Now, here's the situation, guys, and I said this during Thanksgiving, during the Black Friday event. I am a believer that the auction house is honestly going to go up. I don't think any of these cards are going to be insanely good. Start off with Michael Red, 6'6", 96, 3-ball, 85, driving neck, 86, ball under, defensively a beast, 90 speed, 6 Hall of Famers, which are solid, but there's nothing too crazy about Michael Red. To me, he's like Danny Green, basically. And honestly, I think Danny Green side by side is better than Michael Red. And so when we're looking at Michael Red again, we'll see exactly what that release looks like come tomorrow. I'm going to break down all of the cards. But I don't know. I'm just not super stoked about Michael Red coming to the game. I'm just not. And again, you guys can call me ungrateful, say I don't know what I'm talking about, all of those types of things. But when I'm looking at the cards, that is one thing that I'm like, I don't know about Michael Red. I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen a really good Michael Red. Hedo Turkoglu, 93, 3-ball, 80, driving neck, 86, mono, defensively mid, 87 speed, 6 Hall of Famers, 12 on gold with 7 on silver. So I will say this, I like the fact that Hedo comes with 25 base badges. That's quite a bit. I don't know, honestly, as I'm recording this, what Hedo's release is totally like. We'll look at it tomorrow. But he's 6'10 at the 3. To me, he's going to be kind of another guy like a Danny Granger. Kind of a solid 3 and D type player, more 3 than D, gonna knock down shots at a pretty high level. But I just think it's tough to get to Hedo Turkoglu when you've got some of the other guys in the game. You cannot tell me Hedo is more complete than a guy like Rui Hachimura. Sure, he might have a better release, hopefully has a better release, but outside of that, I just don't know how you can really hype the card up a whole ton. So that's my opinion on the card. And we'll go on. We've got Eddie Jones, Dikembe Mutombo, both of our 2 cards left. Dikembe can play power forward, but he can't shoot the ball. Like, I get it. Dikembe as an inside big is fine. He's fine as an interior big, whatever. But he literally cannot shoot the ball. 43 ball. I mean, yes, the occasional once out of 3 he might green. Defensively, yes, he's stout, he's solid, but this card is not good enough to run. He doesn't even compare to a guy like Pink Diamond Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, badge-wise, he's better, but he does not compare. So if you want to run Dikembe, do what you have to do. I'm not going to be the one to tell you not to, but if you're running this type of a card come tomorrow, all I can genuinely say is I'm sorry. Last but certainly not least, Eddie Jones, 92 3-ball, 85 driving neck, 92 ball handle. Defensively, he's okay, but the interior and block ratings aren't great. Good, has a decent enough, you guys see it, decent enough speed. Badge-wise is fantastic. I actually kind of like this Eddie Jones card. Like, when I'm looking at the cards, I think Eddie Jones can play at a pretty solid level. I think he's better than a guy like Danny Green. I think he's pretty comparable to some of those, perfect defensive type of shooting guards in the game. Now, when I have played against Eddie Jones before, I feel like his release is kind of mediocre, and so I'm not going to sit here and, gas his release, but I think the overall card is fine. He's fine. He can play a little ball, but again, I don't know if he's going to be, worth picking up. I don't know if the card is going to be, game-breaking good, anything like that. Now, to our Galaxy Opals, and honestly, I don't know if I'm excited. We've got Vince and Dwight. I will say this about Vince Carter. I'm hype. I'm hype about Vince Carter, and I know deep down I'm not going to get Vince Carter, but I really do like what Vince Carter is going to provide for us on the floor. Now, with Dwight, I think it's tough to get to Dwight Howard, and I'll talk a little bit about that when I get to the card. But we're running kind of out of Galaxy Opals. Like, we've gotten a few Galaxy Opals, but we're kind of running low. Small forward shooting guard, 94 3-ball, 98 driving deck, 93 bueno, defensive, perfect, 95 speed. Badge-wise, fantastic. The best part about Vince Carter, he's got a good leaner. That is the best part about Vince Carter. It is rare at this stage of my team to see a lot of cards that have a good leaner. Vince Carter has that. He's got a really good leaner on the game. He is going to be really tough to defend against. Now, with that being said, is he going to be better than a guy like Dr. J? No. Like, Dr. J is still going to be better than Vince Carter, especially when you go in here to some of these cards and you see, oh yeah, Dr. J has 19 Hall of Fame badges. Like, it's not even comparable, not even close. That's one of the main reasons that I've kind of built a lot of my team, like LeBron, like Giannis. Like, these cards are so far ahead of these new cards that are coming out today or tomorrow that it's just so tough to really hype these new cards up. But that's just me, my opinion. Card's gonna be what he is. I like Vince Carter. His release is fantastic on the game. But again, it's really tough for me to sit there and be like, well, yeah, he's like game-breaking good. He's fine. You can play the card, but there's nothing too crazy about him. Then we see D12, 6'10", 74 3-ball, 98 standing dunk, driving deck, 86 bueno, defensively perfect, 95 speed. This card is built differently. And when I say that, no, I mean it. Dwight Howard is an absolute beast, an absolute stud on this game. 16 Hall of Famers is what the card comes with. 8 on gold. He has an insanely wide player booth. He can shoot the ball. He has a nearly max card. This card is an absolute beast. This is one card that I'm looking at tomorrow that I'm like, this card is next level good. Now, do I get to Dwight Howard? I don't know. I don't know if, I'm buying Dwight Howard come tomorrow. I feel like his price is obviously going to be insanely high, but Dwight's going to be really good. So that's what the cards are that are coming tomorrow. It's interesting that we are getting 2 Galaxy Opals for, I believe, right? This is our first week in which we're getting 2 Galaxy Opals. I want to make sure that's right, but I do believe this is our first drop with 2 Galaxy Opals. I guess unless you're counting the MyTEAM Festival, in which we saw 2. I guess NBA storylines we saw 2, but the Aura drop was the one I'm referencing mainly because, again, last Friday, I guess the MyTEAM Festival was technically a content drop, but it's not really what I'm looking at. So I don't know how I really feel about this, but the problem is even that Dwight, right, is not going to be better than like this type of a Giannis. So don't panic sell your souped up cards. Like if you have, let's say, a souped up Kareem, don't panic sell them, guys. Don't. It is absolutely not worth your time to go panic sell cards when, again, some of these cards are still going to be insanely good. So if you got a guy like Hakeem, Joel Embiid, do not panic sell them. They are still going to be some of the elite cards in the game. Same thing for a guy like this Giannis, who, again, if you can get this Giannis for, I'd say even like, I don't even know, but like $700K, I'd pay that for him. So don't overspend for the new cards tomorrow. They're fine. You can pick them up, but I don't think there's any like super hype cards coming to the game tomorrow. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.